everybody, John McClain with Team Armscor here. On this episode of Gun Myths, what we're going to talk about is a phrase that a lot of people have said, a lot of people have heard, and every time I hear it, it makes me cringe because it doesn't make sense, and yet everyone makes it seems like you're trying to be so deep and poetic. Guess what? Yoda, you are not, okay? That phrase is, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. It's the dumbest saying that I've ever heard. Well, not ever, but it's still a pretty dumb saying. Why is it a dumb saying? Let me break it down. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. No. Slow is slow. Smooth is smooth. Fast is fast. Period. End of story. What do you mean? Well, let's take it this way. If I draw my gun nice and slow so that it's smooth, and it takes me 2 seconds to get it out and break that shot, and then the next person comes up and they are not smooth. They rip the gun out of the holster, their gun gets caught in their holster, they mess up their grip, everything has gone terribly wrong, and yet my 2-second shot, because I was slow, which was smooth, can get beat by someone that was super fast, even though it was herky-jerky, if their shot is 1.8 seconds. They beat me by 0.2 of a second. But it doesn't make sense, because I was slow, and slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. No. Period. End of story. Slow is slow. Smooth is smooth. Fast is fast. That's the way it should be, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. Because this is where I think that phrase is meant to go, but people don't take it that way. Is when we are starting off with something new, whether or not you're the first time gun buyer or you're an experienced one, if you're wanting to practice a new skill, it is good to try and do it slow to begin with. Why? Because we want to do things correctly, okay? So by starting off slow, we can work on becoming smooth and, most importantly, consistent, okay? So by practicing something slow to begin with, what we're doing is we're building the fundamentals, we're building the base so that we can become consistent and smooth. And once we've worked on those two individually, now we can start to incorporate speed into the process. So as we practice something like the draw over and over again, we practice getting our hand to the gun, drawing it out of the holster nice and smooth, getting a meet and greet, and presenting our sights to the target. If we practice that over and over in a slow manner, then we can make sure that we work on the consistency. And once we can consistently draw the gun out of the holster, get a good meet and greet, get a good presentation on target, and squeeze the trigger without disturbing the sights, the more consistent we can do that, the faster we can begin to try and work on that process. And as we build up the speed, we start to incorporate consistency into the fast portion again. So now we're wanting to get faster, but we don't want to sacrifice being consistent with it. So slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Get that phrase out of your head, get it out of your arsenal. It's a dumb saying because here's the fact. Slow is slow, smooth is smooth, fast is fast. If you want to get good at something, start slow so that you can become consistent with it and then start to incorporate faster times and faster speeds into that consistency. And that's how you're going to win. I'm John McClain with Team Armscor. Thanks for tuning in.